Good morning, everybody. This is Dylan here at Ellis Home and Garden in Longview. We're back to you today with another video. Woo, kind of nervous, kind of anxious over here, but it's all going to be good. Dina's back today. She had a great trip, and I had a great trip also. I went to New Braunfels last weekend, Memorial Day weekend, so I'll tell you guys a little bit about my trip on the video, and I wanted to wait to tell you today because Dina's going to be here so she could hear all about that mess, because it was a mess, some of it. But we had a great time. And I would definitely do it again, but God, it was freaking hot. That was the only downside, but you really can't help that. It's going to be hot wherever you go unless we go to an Alaskan cruise, and maybe someone will gift me that one day because those are expensive. But let me refresh the page here so I can see your comments. And guys, if you're joining us this morning, go ahead and leave your name down below, where you're watching from. Any questions or comments that you have about what we're doing today as far as the design, leave those down below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Jackie from Jackie's Wreath, guys, she challenged me to do a mesh wreath. If you guys know and if you've watched my videos, I don't do mesh. That's just not my thing. It's never been my thing, but I'm going to try it. You know, I always love a challenge. I like to stick my hands in there head first, and I like to just get going. So I'm going to accept her challenge, and I'm going to see what we can do. And Jackie did a great round wreath, and it turned out beautiful. What are you laughing at? Did Rebecca leave another comment about me? Okay. Okay. So let me scroll down just a little bit and get this up. All right, I can see everybody. Hi, Kay and Sharon, Judy, Courtney. Okay, guys, so Jackie challenged me to do the mesh wreath, and you know it's not something I'm familiar with, so I'm going to do my own take on the mesh wreath. It's not going to be as full maybe as some others have been. But I like a certain style, so I'm just going to go with my style, make it different because, you know, people always say when you design, you have to use your creativity and you don't want everything to be the exact same. So I'm not one to go and copy pictures or copy other people's techniques because I like everybody to be a little bit different, and that's what makes it fun, that's what makes you unique, and it makes you stand out. So remember that when designing. Hi, Nancy. Okay. And also, guys, if you do me a favor and share this video, it's going to be a fun video. It's something I've never done on the video before. So what that does is it helps invite people to come in and see our videos, welcome them into our family. And if you're a first-time watcher, make sure you leave a comment down below and tell us hi. Okay, so of course, on a mesh wreath, guys, the first thing you use is a work form. You can purchase these on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. And before we begin, I'm going to go ahead and type that website down here and pin it so that way you guys can locate it easier. But we have lots of work forms on there. I believe we have green, white, and red, and maybe one other color. They're $5. So I heard there's a shortage of those work forms, guys, so make sure you check us out on our website. Get those. We also have a huge selection of mesh online. It's really inexpensive. I believe the 10-inch rolls are $3.33, and the larger rolls, which are 21-inch, that you mainly use for your base, is going to be only $4. We even have some Christmas selections on there, harvest selections already, so check that out. You don't want to miss those sales. And let me go ahead and put the website down here so you guys can find it. Hi, Terry. How are you? Okay. I'll pin it right there at the top, and you are good. Hi, Joanne. Girl, I just spit out my gum before we started the video. I was like, oh, I got to get rid of this gum. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is use a work form. You can use the work form in any color you like, guys, whether it's pink or red or blue. You know, a lot of the times people like to match the form to the mesh they're doing. But I always use green because at the end of the day, once you get all of your materials, all of your ribbons and stuff on the wreath, you can't really see the ties. So I don't really pay attention to that too close. And here's kind of the colors I'm going to be using today. I'm going to have Dina kind of show you. I've got the lime green. It's bright. It's fun for spring and summer as my base. I'm going to add a little bit of pink in there. And then my 3 ribbon selections, I've got the green pattern, I've got a solid yellow, and then I've got a pattern pink, which is a smaller 1.5-inch ribbon to go on the front. And I'm going to be using the Pro Bow, the hand today, guys, to tie my bow. And I'm going to, did I bring any wire back here?
Rebecca says that ribbon is online.
Okay, and guess, guys, the ribbon that we're using today is available online for purchase. So check that out because we do have a great selection of ribbon, whether it's satin, sheer, or the pattern as well. And
Jan says she's coming shopping with us next Friday, so be ready.
Jan, I know she told me yesterday on the video. I can't wait. Okay, so I'm going to use a 21-inch lime green as my base. Again, this is something really fun and bright. So I thought it would really stand out for the base of the mesh wreath as well. Now, for any of you who have not done a mesh wreath before, I can tell you the basics, okay? There's 2 rings on the work form. There's a top ring and there's a bottom ring. You always want to go around the wreath and secure your mesh in the ties 1 ring at a time. I have never had a good experience, and I've always heard never to go back and forth on the ties. You want to do one ring at a time and complete that before you begin your next one. And I like to start on the bottom ring first. You can do it vice versa if that works better for you. It's still going to have the same turnout at the end of the day, so I'm going to do the bottom ring first. And these twist ties, they act like twist ties, like you're tying off bread. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert your mesh in here, tie this off at maybe one time and secure it, and then continue to go around your mesh wreath. And also, I found it's much easier if you do this while it's laying down, the mesh part versus on the board. That will be a nightmare. You'll be cussing me out. So we're not going to go there.
Hi, Lisa. Yes, I had a good time.
Okay. So I'm going to gather it up here at the end, guys. And remember, the bigger poofs that you make on the mesh, the bigger the wreath is going to turn out. So if you want a large, oversized wreath, of course, make your poofs bigger. And if you want something more confined where you can really see a definite center in the wreath, I would definitely do it a little bit smaller. Okay, so again, you just put this inside of the ties just like that, and then we're going to tie them off just like that. Okay, and that's basically the hardest part. Okay, so we're going to continue and work our way around. I'm only going to do about maybe, what is that, like 8-inch poofs, because I do want to center my wreath and I want it to be more confined on the edges, so I'm going to make mine a little bit smaller as we go. Okay. So I hope everyone had a good Memorial Day weekend. Hi, Jackie. How are you? Hope everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend. If you guys didn't know, I went to New Braunfels, and we had a great time. So the worst part was that freaking car ride. I wanted to really just choke someone. The traffic was horrible through Waco and through Dallas area. We got stuck in standstill traffic. I almost thought about going and streaking down the highway just so I'd have something to do. But we finally made it there, thank God, like 8 hours later. And we were so excited. We were staying in a new cabin that they had built. Not really a cabin, it was like a condo. And it was new construction. No one had ever stayed in it before. I walked in, and my bed, the air conditioner was leaking from the ceiling all over my bed. My mattress was soaking wet. I thought, oh my God, I've already been baptized once, but I mean, I was in there and I was ready to go. So we had to call the repairman first thing, get the freaking leak fixed, because I was not going to sleep all night drenched, because that's not for me. This is not the Parent Trap. So, you know, I had to get that leak fixed. So we got that fixed 2 hours later. And we didn't get there till about 7 o'clock because we were stuck in traffic all freaking day. But we got the leak fixed. But it was beautiful, guys. They had an awesome awesome river. They have a river there. That's why I went. But the Guadalupe was right outside of our cabin. It was kind of private, so you could go down there. It was like up to your waist. So you could go up there and you could just chill. We had a big 10-person raft. So we blew that thing up and we went out there and laid on it. And the river, though, oh my God. That Kamal River, guys, is where we floated. And, you know, I told you my mom had a tragic accident one time. You know, she had too much to drink, flew off the raft. She had to go to the ER. And so we were going to try and do better this time. Well, we tried. But, you know, in the Kamal River, you float down the river, and then you it has these little chutes where it shoots you off, so you kind of keep going and keep flowing. And first shoot, my mom was, of course, in her tube, and then she had another tube with an ice chest in it, and she was having to keep up with that ice chest the whole time. So she had like a rope tied on it, looked like she was fishing. And she went off that chute, and, you know, I'm so big, I shot way down the river, honey, no stopping me, and Josh was way down there too, because, you know, whew. And so I got lost from my mom, and I knew she was freaked out because she was still holding on to that ice chest. And so I got out of my tube. Well, the current took me in. And so I flew down there to my mom, and I got to where I could not touch, and she thought I was going to drown. So I said, do not, whatever you do, Mom, get out of this tube because you cannot swim as it is. What did she do? She jumped out of the tube, went down like the Titanic, and, you know, I had to go and chase her. She was freaked out, thought she was going to drown. I finally caught up to her. She was holding on some lady's tube, still had that ice chest intact. God forbid, let's not, if we drown, let's have the ice chest where it's up. But anyway, I got her back finally. But by the time you get to the end of that river, you're exhausted because you're just working the whole time. And it's not as relaxing as it sounds. And then, again, we're doing the mesh wreath. I'm getting off on a subject. But if you're just joining us, guys, this is Dylan with Ella's Home and Garden. I'm doing a mesh wreath today. Jackie's from Jackie's Wreath. Guys, she challenged me to do this, so I'm going to do it. Okay, it might not turn out the best, but we're going to have a good time doing it. Any questions or comments that you have, leave them down below.
Myra's asking how long will mesh last in the sun. Her door gets harsh afternoon sun.
You know, Myra, a lot of the mesh wreath makers on here are probably going to tell me a different story, but I found that it fades kind of easy. So, you know, if it's going to be in direct sun, maybe spray some Scotch Guard on there. Again, that will kind of help prevent the fading, prevent the rain, and repel it. But if it gets direct rain on there, it's going to make your mesh fade. I've learned that because I've done it out here, at Ellis on the fence. I put it out there, and it faded as soon as the rain hit it. It just drains the color out. Kind of like the face, my color drew out of my face when I was down there swimming for my mother, like Free Willy floating in the ocean, or floating in the river. But, so I just be a little bit careful if you put it in the direct weather. Okay? Also, let me tell you what else happened, and you're going to die. So y'all know I'm terrified of bugs, and we talked about snakes and stuff, and thank God I saw no snake while I was there. But we were in the river, floating on that 10-person raft. This is right outside of our cabin. It's really relaxed. We tied ourselves off. My mom is sitting there. She's got shorts on. She's kind of got her leg propped up. And so next thing we know, she starts screaming and flies off the raft, and she's still screaming. She said she felt like something was crawling up her leg. It was a fish had jumped up in there. Whoa. And anyway, it jumped up in her leg in the swimsuit. She was screaming, and that little fish was this long, but I felt like it was like a shark. And so she shot that thing out, and it came at me. I started screaming, and it was just, I told y'all, I don't do fish, I don't do bugs, I don't do frogs. And so, anyway, we almost had a little accident with a fish, but thank God it died. And it crawled up in there, and it just went out and died. So we got rid of that thing, and then we were all sitting there again, and that thing came back. Okay, but it went up somebody else's shorts, and so that's when I had to get out of the river. Okay? Trip was done, burned the place down. I can't do river trips when I'm supposed to be relaxed, and I got to worry about fish crawling up my legs and stuff. That's not for me. Okay? Yes, Kathy, she's talking about that chute. It is no joke. I felt like I was at Hurricane Harbor flying down the river. And the cool thing, guys, is that there was deer everywhere. They're very tame, and so they were all around the property, and they would come to the water, and you could be screaming and splashing, and the deer would just come up and sit there and watch you. And, of course, my neck was cracked from floating on that thing, and my mom kept saying, look at that deer. And I'm like, Mother, I cannot bend my neck anymore. And I've seen a deer before, but they were everywhere. Everywhere. So if you guys have never been to New Braunfels to float the river, either the Guadalupe or the Kamal River, make sure you guys go because it was awesome. So Dina, tell us a positive thing that happened on your trip once you got there.
What was the trip back that was so long?
Yeah.
I went and saw my niece graduate.
Did you cry?
No. We yelled and cheered.
Yeah. What's the best thing you ate?
We went to Chewy's.
Okay, Mexican food?
Yeah.
That's why my trip was so long back, is because I stopped at, Frankie, I might, you never know, girl, but I've got to sit here and I've got to explain my trip because everybody's wanting to know. That's why my trips are so long, is because I had to stop on the way back and eat El Chico's. Y'all, it's probably the trashiest place ever, and y'all probably thinking, oh my God, El Chico's. That's one of my favorites. And
Mine
so
too.
I had to stop there. They have the best guacamole, tableside guacamole. It tastes just like mine at home, but it's just about eating at El Chico's, and so I had to have that also.
Is it safe for kids? I'm guessing the river.
Oh God, there was babies on there, guys, and the chute, people had their little babies, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I would never bring my kid out here because you could easily get separated, just like my mom and I did. But they had them babies and everything. Okay, so once you complete that first ring, we're gonna go up to the next ring, guys, where the ties are, and we're just gonna not cut the mesh, but we're just going to like twist your hand up here and go on the next ring. Okay? And don't get discouraged as you start your wreath because you're probably thinking, oh, this is not looking like I want it to. Well, you kind of have to get done first, and then you can kind of really see your shape take form as we continue. So I'm going to continue working my way around. But besides those few little things, guys, we had an awesome trip. I've never laughed so much in my life. My aunt and my mom and their friend Lori, they're hilarious. And Josh was there, and y'all know Josh is very easily sunburned, and so he has this sombrero that's like this big, and he wore that the whole time. He looked like Walker, Texas Ranger floating down the river. But hey, he didn't get sunburned, so that's all that matters, because that will ruin your trip. It's a bad sunburn. If you'll notice, also, everyone, I am doing these poofs a little tighter because, like I said, the bigger the poof you do, the bigger the wreath's going to turn out, and I want mine to be a little bit more defined in shape, and I want to have a center in my wreath, and especially after we add all the ribbons that we're going to add today, I wanted to make this a little bit tighter and smaller as we continue our way around. Jackie, how am I doing so far, girl? This is the easy part, okay? Everyone can put the mesh on the wreath.
Sharon says, no matter what you spray mesh with, it's going to fade quickly in hot, direct sun. I've tried everything over the last 7 years.
Yeah, and I've heard that too. You always want to have some type of, hopefully, some shade or some kind of cover over where you're going to locate your wreath. Not locate it. Put your wreath so it doesn't fade. Okay, so we've completed the wreath, and I'm going to take my scissors, guys, and I'm just going to trim a little piece of this off because we don't need the whole roll. And you know, a lot of people ask me too when they shop here, especially, is how much mesh does it take to do or complete the wreath? And again, if you use larger size poofs, it's probably going to take about the whole roll, but you can see we still have a lot left on here. And these rolls are only, I think, $4, so they're available on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com along with the work forms. And again, I've heard there's a shortage, so we do have the work forms available for purchase, so check those out. We also have some great ribbon selections. So save this, okay? Always save your scraps. Don't throw this away because you can definitely use it on a future project as we continue.
So did you sleep on a wet mattress?
No, I did not sleep on a wet mattress. What did I do? Oh, we took all the sheets off and put them in the dryer, and then it had like a little clear thing over the mattress, and I flipped it over, so I slept on the bottom side. I felt like I was at band camp because there was a room, a master bedroom. There was a bed with 2 king beds, and there was a bedroom with 4 bunks. And of course, we decided to stay in the bunks, and my big butt tried to climb up those stairs, and that whole bed was like crooked. It was just, I felt any moment the ladder was going to come off and I was going to face plant into the floor, but thank God that didn't happen. But my mom said she slept underneath me. She was praying the whole night I didn't come through because she saw the slats on the bed were like this because my butt was up there in the top. But me, Morgan, Josh, and my mom all slept in the bunks.
Jackie says if you use 10-inch poof, you can get 2 wreaths out of 1 roll.
Oh, and there you go, guys. There's a tip right there for the wreath. Okay. Hi, Jace. How are you? Hi, Colette. Hi, Guinea. And Dina, if you see anything come up that people are saying, you can read it to me because I can't. Ooh, Jackie's excited. Oh God. Anyway, I'm excited too. We got the easiest part done, so then we're gonna go from here. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of tuck this under. That's all I like to do. And then what I like to do from this point is hold the wreath up, and you can see your shape starting to take place. So when you start your wreath and you get discouraged, don't, because you're just gonna continue from there. So what I do is I just like to pull everything apart, make sure I got it in the right place before we add anything else. And like I said, I made my poofs about 6 to 8 inches, so it is smaller, and you do have a definite middle in the wreath. Okay. Now, I have this bright pink 10-inch mesh, and so I'm going to use this to kind of fill in inside of the wreath and really fill in any spaces or gaps that you might have in your wreath. And when I picked out these supplies, what I did is I found my ribbon first, okay? So I found 3 options of ribbon that I liked, and then I went and I got a base color. So I found the lime green to match, and then I found this pink to match that pink ribbon. And that's kind of how I put this color selection together on this particular wreath, okay? Dylan's Divas, yes, honey. If you are watching, go ahead and put hashtag Dylan's Divas because Jackie made that up for me, and I love it, okay? That matches my personality perfectly. Hi, Jane. The mesh is soft to the touch, just like my face. And, you know, thank God for Neutrogena. And, you know, it has enough strength in it so that it does keep up in as far as the form. Like if you shape it, it will stay the way you put it.
Carol, yes, he just made 1 round.
Yeah, 1 on each ring. Okay. Now, a lot of you guys, I've seen those fancy cutters, which I need to get one of those. But, you know, you can put the mesh out and measure it and then cut it really quick. Well, honey, I don't have that. So we're just going to eyeball this. And I got some scissors. Hopefully these cut. And we're going to go from there. So I'm going to make some little poofs to go in the wreath. So I'm going to roll my mesh out. And I'm going to cut it, okay?
Teeny's watching.
Hi, Teeny. How are you? So these are about how long I've got so far. So what is that? Maybe a foot? A foot long, 12 inches, guys, on these right here. Jane, I love you too. Thank you for watching. And we usually come to you guys every Tuesday with a video, but you know, we had a holiday weekend, And so Dina and I both were on vacation, so we're going to come to you this morning in place of our Tuesday video. Okay? So I'm going to keep cutting these up.
Jane says she loves her order.
Oh, good, Jane. Yeah, guys, again, all the stuff that we're using is available on our website at ellishomeandgarden.com. And make sure you send us a message after you receive your stuff, because I love to see what you thought about our products that I selected to put on there. Also, send pictures to us, guys, of your work, because I love to see all the designs that you create, because they're all beautiful. And I've gotten some really, really good ones. And from time to time, we share those on the Ellis Facebook page so that all of our viewers and all of our customers that shop with us can see what you guys do and what you take from our videos that we provide you with each and every week.
Janet says you do need a rotary cutter.
I know, that's what they're called, a rotary cutter. And y'all see me cutting my finger off with that thing. That's what kind of scares me, but I do need one. Oh God, am I freaking y'all out? And says she loves this because I haven't measured anything. Ooh, I might slit my throat with this mesh. But anyway, yes, I'm not measuring anything. I never have. You know, I never have really done that. So I just eyeballed it. Jackie's probably freaked out in the corner. Jackie, you might want to start having a mimosa. I mean, it's 10 o'clock, so you can start doing those.
Colette says 30-inch, feeling better.
30-inch, that's longer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've cut a few of these circles off, or not circles, but pieces of mesh. Again, I eyeballed it, they're about 1 foot long, okay? Is everybody still alive? I mean, if everyone is starting to die over there, it's okay. I've got this. Yep, Pam, she said the rotary cutter's very sharp. So, I'm going to bunch this up just like this. It looks like a little bow tie, okay? Maybe I should wear this next time. You can do all kinds of stuff with mesh, not just make wreaths. So I'm going to bunch it up just like this, and I'm going to add these throughout the wreath. And what this is going to do, it's going to fill in any spaces or holes or gaps that we have. And it's kind of like a filling. You put in your teeth, honey. We're putting it in here to just fill up the mesh wreath. And you're going to use these existing ties on the wreath, guys. That's what I think everyone asks me a lot when they come in Ellis is they say, how do you attach all this stuff? And you actually use the same ties. And you really don't have to put hot glue on this at all, unless maybe you want to put an ornament on here. But you can really attach everything using these same wreaths.
How do you keep it from raveling or fraying?
I don't think you can. And if I'm wrong, guys, be sure to correct me, because like I said, I'm not familiar with the mesh as far as I am with all the other stuff. So if you have a way or you have a trick of keeping it from raveling, definitely leave a comment and I'll take your advice, okay? You're not going to hurt my feelings at all. Hi, Ellie. Welcome. I hope you're having a good morning.
But he's freaking out that you're not measuring.
No measuring here, guys. Just like my vodka, honey. Just pour it until you can see it, and then you're good to go. We don't measure. But if you guys do...
tanking down her first cup of coffee to cope.
Jackie, where's my... Let me get a tank. Hey, hold on, girl. I got my Dr. Pepper here. Let me have some of this. Chick-fil-A, if y'all want to sponsor, call me. Okay. So... Yeah, Jackie, is there a way you can stop from fraying? If there is, leave a comment, let me know. So I'm just going to gather this up again. Another bow tie, like I said. This is what I call it. It's probably totally wrong. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to fill in another area.
Gail says that she sprays hers with Scotch Guard. Sometimes that helps.
Okay, so Scotch Guard sounds like can be used for a lot of things.
Then a lot of people are saying you just can't stop the fraying.
Yeah. Okay, I put my ties in right here, guys, and I'm going to continue to do that all the way around the wreath. Now, Jackie, am I doing good so far? Is this good? I hope so. All right. Oh, God. Hey, Josh. Josh is watching, everybody. Josh, I was telling him a minute ago about how we went to the river. Tracy almost drowned. I had to go save her, and then you were floating down the river with your sombrero on. They said the rotary cutter helps with fraying also, so that is something I need to look into getting. And actually, if Rebecca's still watching, we have an exciting announcement coming up soon. I can't talk about it just yet because we've got to settle in on the dates and make sure we have everything in order. But we have an announcement coming up in maybe the next week or maybe at the end of this week or so. So y'all stay tuned and keep watching for that because it's going to be exciting. And hopefully a lot of you guys can participate in the particular announcement that I'm going to announce.
Jackie says that is a ruffle.
Oh, a ruffle, not a bow tie. So see, oh, these terms, guys, I'm gonna get screamed at. Anyway, a ruffle. So I'm gonna put the ruffles around the wreath, guys, as I'm continuing.
Some people say you can buy freight check at a fabric store.
Dina's had some mimosas before we got started. Okay. Oh God, Barbara, no ma'am. We don't need any wood burning tools because I told y'all I can suck up stuff in the vacuum cleaner. Hi Barb, how are you? I can stuff up stuff in the vacuum cleaner and shoot out screws. So I don't need anything with fire or wood or anything like that.
Aquanet works.
Aquanet, the hairspray. I could spray my hair and I could do the wreath at the same time. Get the best of both worlds. Can you imagine that? We'd have a beauty show in the mornings and we could do wreaths.
And a lot of people are saying the less you handle the mesh, it won't fray as much.
I've heard that as well. Because the more you handle it, the more you kind of stir it up and it really gets in there.
Hey Jan. How much does a mesh wreath cost to make?
I really can't give you an honest answer because I don't do this. I don't work with mesh a lot of the times. If I had to guess, once we get everything on there, this particular one, maybe like $60 to $70. Because I'm gonna do basically a simplistic version of this wreath. I've seen people that put plaques in them and they're beautiful, but I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna put a beautiful bow, lots of great ribbons to really embellish the edges of the wreath.
Ellie, he does other wreaths. He's making this wreath from a challenge from Jackie.
And if you guys have any requests on any content material, a challenge if you will, be sure to drop that down below. And if I miss it here while I'm looking, Dina will say something to me because I love to accept challenges and create and design different things that you ask for.
Teeny challenged you.
Oh God, what is it?
Glass painting live.
Oh girl, I can. Okay, now I mean design. Okay, y'all, I can't draw a stick figure. I'm telling you, I can barely write in print. So I don't know if I could ever do a painting. That's just never been my thing. They had those things when I was a kid, guys. Color, was it called Color and the Dots? No, Connect the Dots? No. And they always tell you when you're a kid, when you color in a coloring book, stay in the lines. I was out in the lines. I was on the next page. I can't. That's one thing I cannot do, and I'm not going to make a fool of myself because it will be funny. I cannot paint.
Do you pick your ribbon first and then do your mesh, the color of your mesh, or
you can, or it just depends on what you have to work with and what selection of materials you're using. You can pick out your base color on your mesh first, and then you can go back and you can add your ribbon. I happened to just see this ribbon. It was fun. It was bright. And so I grabbed it, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if I have the mesh to match. And we do.
Janet, we have work forms in store and online.
Yeah, guys, we have lots of great products available on our online store, ellishomeandgarden.com. So make sure you check that out. We've got the Pro Bow, the hand on there, which I'm going to use in just a minute to create my bow. We've got some ribbon selections. We've got lots of mesh and work forms. So make sure get on there for that also. And as we transition into the next season, which is fall and Christmas, we're going to have so many great products on there, guys. You're just going to be super excited.
Joy, we have the Pro Bow online.
Go to shop by department, guys, in the left hand corner. That's how you locate all the stuff that we have online. And then the Pro Bow is under floral miscellaneous. They're $39.99. It's really a lifesaver. I mean, you cannot beat it. I mean, you can tie hand-tied bows, but they're not going to be as defined as the one that's going to be with the Pro Bow.
Stephanie wants to see a succulent floral arrangement.
Stephanie, I'm glad you brought that up. Is that Stephanie that works here?
Stephanie Zapata.
Oh, Stephanie Zapata. Hey, girl. That's my girl from Hobby Lobby. Okay, yes. A lot of people have been asking about succulents, and I walk by them every day, and I'm like, I think I'm supposed to do something with this, but I'm going to. I love succulents because you can just combine them in clusters, and they're really pretty. They're really popular right now.
Sharon sent you pictures of her wreath with the barbecue grate.
Oh my gosh, okay, I'll have to look. Speaking of barbecue grates, one time at a Christmas store I went to, they had a tree. It was like a man tree. It had cowboy stuff on it and Texas stuff. And they actually had a grill inside the tree. It was really cool. They nested it inside the tree.
Robin's asking how long do you cut the pink?
10 to 12 inches, Robin. A lot of viewers have said that I'm supposed to measure, but again, I'm not really familiar with the mesh. I'm just doing this as a challenge and for fun, and so I'm just eyeballing like I said, like I do my vodka, honey. I just pour it in there till you know you had enough, and so that's what I'm doing here.
Estevan, we're in Longview, Texas.
Oh, Jackie said I'm cutting it about 12 inches. 12 inches.
Hi, Roseanne. Donna just placed an order with us.
Oh, Donna, I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to get all of your products, and make sure you send us your final product, you know, whatever you decide to create or design with the products. I'd love to see. You know what's coming up, Dina? I'm so excited. Next Wednesday is my Shania Twain concert. I hear Sugarland playing. I love her. We need to go see her. But wasn't she at the casino and you sent me tickets and they were like way expensive?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I love her, but girl boo.
A wildflower wreath with wispy, that is wispy with twigs.
Okay. I love to incorporate twigs and natural elements in the wreath because that really makes it stand apart from your traditional floral wreath, and it gets a different texture in there.
Teeny says, wait. Are you saying my glasses are not creative?
No, your glasses are beautiful, Teeny, but I cannot do that. It takes a certain skill and a certain, what's the right word, to do that stuff. I cannot paint. I'm telling you, I cannot paint. But Teeny, guys,
she says if she can do deco and grapevine, you can paint.
I can't paint. You can, if you send me an outline, I will color it in for you on the video. I promise. But y'all, if I draw a heart, it's gonna look like a circle. So I don't. I'm just warning you. You know, I'm just being completely honest. Carla said, "Girl boo," there with my sweet tea again. Y'all never heard that? Girl boo. That's gonna be my new saying. Actually, my friend Katie is the one who said that one time, and she had me cracked up, and so I started using that all the time.
Hi, Melody. I had a good time. I think Dylan had a good time too.
Yes, my liver's dead. I've got to recover, you know, but we had a great time. So this is what I've got so far. I feel like I'm doing a good job. This is turning out pretty good. So I actually took this technique from a video that I've watched, but it works out good, even if you are eyeballing. So you can see what a difference that pink makes that we nested inside of the wreath. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to continue over here on this green side. And I've used each tie, guys, and put the ruffles on there, and that's how I'm doing. Debbie, I'm with you, girl. And Linda, Teeny is very good. She's painted me a beautiful, I showed it on the video, the Grinch hand painting on the round circle cutout, and she's also did me ending at both the wine glass, and they're beautiful.
I love mine.
Y'all best believe at Christmas I'll be drinking some wine out of there, or eggnog. You like eggnog?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. They have some at Walmart. I think it's called like Southern something. Have you heard that? And it's got cinnamon sugar in
Southern
it.
Comfort?
So, oh, it's so good. It tastes like you're drinking eggs, but it's good.
Teeny, I'm a little behind. I've been trying to read other comments and stuff, so I'm a little behind, but I'll get to it.
Hi, Barbara. Good morning. Okay. And I thought I
Jane was going to place an order, but she thought she'd feel her buggy when she comes down here next Friday.
Oh, girl, I can't wait. I'll be here next Friday, 9 to 5, all day long. I can't wait to meet you. We'll have to take a picture, and I'll show it on here. I was going to print some pictures out of my trip, the appropriate ones, and I was going to I was going to show them to you on here, but I ran out of time. So next time we do a video, guys, I'll see if I can print out some pictures and show you. Oh, my God. And next to our thing, like, here's our backyard in the condo. There's, like, a chain link fence. They had a mannequin sitting on the table with her legs up, and I thought, oh my God, this is LaDonna. And I had already started having some drinks, and so I forgot to take a picture, and I didn't bring my phone down by the water, but it was hilarious. They had all these necklaces on her, and she had a beer can and a cigarette in her lips. It was the funniest, trashiest thing I've ever seen. Oh, we've got to talk. Hold on just a second. Can we talk? One moment.
Angela, we have a, what is it, painting with a twist, where you can...
Oh my God, have you ever done that?
No.
Oh, it's so fun.
You can drink, and because she says we have a sip and paint here, and I was telling her we have a painting with a twist.
You'd be so proud of me. I'll bring that. I'm glad you brought that up. We have it. It's called painting with a twist, and you go in, you bring your drinks like alcohol, and you paint. and it's all freehand. They have an instructor. You have like a canvas, and it's like a 12 by 12 canvas, and you actually watch her. You free paint. Mine turned out pretty good. I was supposed to have a nice beach scene. It turned into a thunderstorm, but you know, it's all good. So I'm gonna bring those up here. I actually gave Josh one. He loved it so much he stuck it in the attic. So I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring it next video, and I'll show you, Teeny, so you can see my painting. Because I'm the only one that can turn a beach scene into a thunderstorm. It was like from a nice sunny day to a Category 6 tornado, just like that. And it's probably all the margaritas I had. But
Lala's asking, or saying you don't open the tile when you add the ruffle.
what time? Yeah, let me show you. Let Dina get up close and we'll show you. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting them in the center of the tie, just like that, and then twisting it off one time. Just like that. Okay, I've got 2 left. Let's see if I can measure these out real quick. 12 inches long.
Someone says Patron has a coffee line.
Really? I've seen, you know those things called, they're the Keurig makers? They have one for margaritas. Have you seen that? It's a cold one instead of hot, you know, because the coffee's hot. They're like $400, but you have little K-cups that you put in there, but they're margaritas. And they have alcohol in them already, and it actually gets it cold versus hot. It's pretty cool. If any of you guys want to send one, we'll demonstrate it on the video on how to use it.
Terry's using a sign from Alice on her presentation at Wreath Makers.
Oh my gosh, yes. Terry Marshall, she's the one who created the Terry bow. And she came in when Regina Sellers was here, and she purchased a few things. She actually lives in the Shreveport area, Bossier area. And so I can't wait to see what she does with it. Her work is beautiful. Okay, so I've completed the base that I'm going to use, guys. All the mesh is done.
Rosalie, we sell the mesh here, or you can get it online.
So this is what we've got so far. If you're just joining us, we took just a basic mesh work form, and then we added the green 21-inch mesh as our base, and then I went back and added ruffles or bow ties in between with the 10-inch hot pink mesh, and those were around 11, 12, 13, 14 inches. You know, I just eyeballed it to see what I could get in there.
Becky says, oh my Lord, he's breaking tons of wreath making rules.
Oh my God. That's the fun thing about designing, guys. There really is no rules, in my opinion. You just have to use your creativity and go from there. And again, you can just kind of shape and place everything as you go. Now, I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to hang it over here on the board, and I'm going to use my Pro Bow. Now, for anyone who can't tie bows or has never, hi Scott, who's never done any bows, or they can't tie bows because their hands won't work or whatever it may be. Sometimes my hand won't work too, you know, depending on what happens. But I'm going to use the Pro Bow. This makes a gorgeous bow. Let's hope to God I have some wire in here. That's the one thing I think I might have forgotten. Let's see if there's any in this drawer.
Jean says, I attended a paint party, no drinks, and her rose turned into a sunflower.
See there? I mean, all kinds of stuff happens, guys. Okay, so actually, I'm going to have Dina scan up on the wreath that we've done so far, and while she does that, guys, I'm going to run and get me a piece of wire, because I totally forgot it. You got to have wire to tie a bow.
Jen, I think I'd be using my Keurig all day long, too.
Okay guys, so I'm going to use 26 gauge wire. This is what Regina and I used when she was here. So I'm going to use the same thing today. So I've got my board, and she's actually filming from over my shoulder, which she should be, so that way you guys can see the way I'm going to do this. I have my 3 selections of mesh. Oh my God, ribbon, not mesh. And I'm going to put a little tape underneath it. Okay, don't choke on the tape. They're going to get stuck in my mouth. I put a little tape underneath mine, guys, to really keep this secure on the counter.
Debbie, no, we don't sell those.
Okay, So I'm gonna do this in row D, okay, on the bow maker. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fingers, and I've got the base finger down here as well. So I'm gonna pull all of my ribbon together, and I'm actually gonna change these two.
Wendy wrote into the Ellen show to see if she can't get you on there.
Oh my God, Wendy, thank you so much. That will be so fun. And if I do get on there, girl, you best believe I'll be giving you a shout out. Okay, I have my scissors over here, and I have my wire. Okay, so we're gonna pull this over here, and I'm gonna cut the ends off so they all match. They're all straight, just like that. And I'm going to bunch it up in my hand, just like that. I'm gonna leave a little bitty bit of a tail. You got your 26 gauge wire, you're gonna put it underneath your finger, and you're going to wrap it around there twice to where you have one piece of wire up and one wire down, okay? Now, we're going to wrap this around that bottom finger, just like this, just kind of in the middle of that dowel. You don't want it to be at the base or at the top, right in the middle, and where your wire is gonna go on the base of that dowel. We're gonna take that top piece, wrap it around the top, and the bottom wire is gonna go around the nail one time, and then I stick it underneath the bow maker to get it out of the way. That's the hardest part, guys, of this whole bow maker, and it's not even that hard, okay? So, we're gonna work one row at a time, okay? So you put it over the top, you pinch it, and you twist, just like that, okay?
Does this bow have a particular name?
This bow does not have a particular name, guys. It's just a spring bow. Okay, and every time you twist, you want to put your fingers right here at the base of that dowel, and you want to twist it right on the same spot if you can. Okay. This is what we've got so far. And the great thing about this bow maker also is you can go away and you can leave it in the same spot. So if you have a customer, if you left your chicken on the stove and it's flaming, you can go take that off of there and you'll be good to go. You can just leave it in place as you go. Okay, I'm going to put my hand here again, and I'm going to twist. Go back over there on that side.
You're not using a helping wire?
I'm not using helping wire on this one. Okay, and as you can see, guys, this is super easy. Anyone can do this. And if you've never used this product before, actually Regina Sellers, the creator of this product, came to our store and visited with us. She was here for 3 or 4 days. We had a great time, and she showed me how to do this from start to finish. I'd never used it before. And so there's a more detailed video with her instructions you can find on our video tab on our Facebook page at Ellis Home and Garden. And she shows in more detail different techniques, different type of bows you can make using this bow maker. Okay? And we do have all of this ribbon available on our website for purchase, guys, at ellishomeandgarden.com. I have it pinned on the video here so you guys can locate that. Okay. So I'm going to make a tail now. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to spring my ribbon back up. Get it all in my hand. I'm going to put it right there on the base. Okay? So, from this point, actually, I'm going to leave this long so I have a lot of tails. I'm going to go back and dovetail this guy, so don't freak. Okay. Keep your hand here.
Yes, we sell the bow maker in-store and online.
Yes, it's under Floral Miscellaneous online. That's where you can locate it. Okay. I'm going to be right in front of the camera for a minute. I'm sure I gotta twist this and tie it as tight as you can, guys. And that's gonna hold your bow in place. Okay? And what they're talking about, a helper wire, you can also take a wire, run it through the center of here, which I'm gonna do because this is kind of thick. And you can actually tie it again in that same spot so you get a better hold and a better grip on your bow. Okay, I'm gonna take this and cut it right there. And now you have all these tails. Okay guys, so now we have created our bow on the bow maker. So this is what it's gonna look like from this point. So if you guys are wondering, when you do this yourself, this is what you're gonna have to end with, okay? Now we're gonna remove it off of the bow maker. And it looks just like this, okay? This is basically what your bow's gonna look like if you were to hand tie it. But the great thing about this, these are already measured out, so you have the same length on each end, okay? So I'm gonna move this out of the way. And my ribbon spool, I'm gonna set that to the side. And I have my fluff box. We don't purchase these here at Ellis, but you can find them on probothehen.com. They carry these as well. Or they do carry these, I'm sorry.
Where are the wreath forms on the website?
Give me just a second and I will actually tell you. You go on the top to shop by department. And they're under ribbon and mesh. And then there's an option for work forms on there. And they're on there as well. So something Regina taught me and told me, guys, when she was here, when she was giving me the guidance that I needed to do my first pro bow, is that you don't want to rip and tear your ribbon by pulling on it in your hand. You use the fluff box to really sit here and shape your bow that you're going to use on the particular wreath, which today it's going to be this mesh wreath here. Okay, so I'm going to scoot this over so Dina can see also. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dovetail my ends. It just makes a prettier outcome, and that's what it looks like right there. Okay, and I do that on all of my ribbon. It just makes it more clean and neat. And when you're using a lot of ribbons in your design, make sure you do take that extra time to really clean up the ends so they do turn out well. Okay, I'm going to do these on this side as well so they all match. And we've got lots of great ribbon selections, guys. Some of it's only $3, I think, and 50 cents. So it's really great prices. It's really good quality. Like I told you before, I'm not going to put material on the website that I would purchase it myself.
Renee says she made a fluff box with a TV stand, just put an eye hook in it and a nail.
There you go. Okay, so now I'm going to begin shaping my bow. Okay, and I'm going to pull from each side and put your fingers up in these loops and really begin to work with them. Okay?
Do we sell 50-yard rolls?
We do not sell 50-yard rolls. I believe the most we have at this time is 25-yard rolls, and those are on solids. Solid ribbon. Okay?
Do we carry poly burlap mesh?
I think so. You know, I'll have to check on that. If there's a product you're really interested in, you're looking for that we don't have online, send us a direct message so I can find it and locate your comment easier. And I will see what we have, and I'll go back and comment back to you and let you know. So as you can see, I'm just alternating the sizes and the I'm sorry, not the sizes, the colors of the ribbon. You don't want two of the same colors in the same place if you can help it. So I just kind of alternate going back and forth on my bow here.
Poly jute mesh?
I think we do have that, but I'll have to double check. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've alternated this, and you want to go back again, take that extra time and really fluff this in. And I want to also make a point to tell you, a lot of people are worried about using sheer ribbons, and I don't use sheer a lot unless I'm going to mix it in. And in this particular case, I used a yellow sheer that's 2.5 inches, and it really helped fill in and make my bow super pretty. Okay, go back and fluff each one of your loops out. And like Regina said on our video as well, you know, you can definitely spend more time actually fluffing and shaping the bow than actually tying it. Okay? We have our tails, just like that. So look at that bow, guys. We did that on the Pro Bow, okay? Again, I used row D, so it's $39.99. It's not a bad price. That's an investment you can make, and you can definitely use this product from season to season, year after year. It's super great. So I'm gonna take my wire off that I twisted on here.
Jamie says, I know Regina is so proud of you right now.
I know, I can't wait. I'll have to call her later and talk to her. I haven't talked to her after Memorial Day. I was trying to recover from when I got home from my trip. Okay, we're gonna slip that off. And we have our bow. I'm gonna set this out of the way, guys, because again, when you work, when you design and create, make sure you have the cleanest work environment you can. You don't want clutter. And actually, Jackie, that challenged me to do this wreath, her workspace is so nice. And she's got the greatest ribbon selection. She had it on, I saw it on the video last night, and it was great as well. Okay. You guys probably think it's easier to decorate laying flat, and it can be, but for this case, so it's easy for you guys to see what I'm doing, I'm going to actually leave it on the board here. I'm going to scoot this over so you guys can see. And any questions or comments that you have, please leave them down below. And this just goes to show you, if you're scared to do a mesh wreath, if you've never done it before, I'm not familiar with it. I haven't done this, and we've actually made it this far. So, you know, we're doing so good. I think I've gotten to like a B+. Hopefully I can get an A when we're done. But this just goes to show you, don't be scared. Don't be intimidated by ribbon, by mesh, by designing, because anyone can do it. Take a deep breath, have fun. That's what it's all about. Get you a glass of wine, loosen up, and you'll be good to go. And I have my Dr. Pepper because I'm parched. So, we have the existing ties in the wreath, guys, and we can use those to actually secure our bow or our ribbons, and that's what we're going to continue to do as we do the rest of this wreath. Also, remember that you can put the bow anywhere you want on the wreath. Depends on what type of design you have in your mind, what type of vision you see for this particular wreath or arrangement. I'm going to put mine right here on the left-hand side, okay?
Regina's on here.
Regina, girl, I just made a bow with the Pro Bow. I'm so excited you're on. I hope you had a great Memorial Day weekend. And I was going to tell you again, your front door is fabulous. You really did the most, and awesome. So, and I used all the techniques, Regina, that you showed me, and I actually did good. I'm excited. So, I'm going to nest this bow right up here at the top. And as you can see, this ribbon really blends well with the selection of mesh that I've chosen. Okay? So I'm just going to kind of pull this apart. When I put a bow, I kind of like to nest it inside the mesh so it's not just way out here where you can really see it. I like to nest it down in here. And that's what I'm going to do on this one as well. So I might block you off for just a minute as I secure and attach it on here, but I'll show you as soon as I'm done.
If you order a certain amount online, do you know if the shipping is free?
I don't think it is, guys. I believe you still have to pay shipping, but we're still working to see if we can get shipping to Canada, because a lot of people have, we have a lot of viewers from Canada, and they've been wanting us to ship there. So we're still trying to get that fixed so we can do it. I'm actually going to lay this down for just a minute while I work on my bow placement.
Regina says your bow is perfect, and thank you.
Thank you, Regina. Okay, and you can just move and place your ribbon where you want it, guys. Don't be scared to move it, because again, after you get it on here, the first step, it's not going to look exactly like you want it. You're going to have to really shape and play with it for just a minute, and then go from there. Okay, put it back on here so you guys can see.
Shipping to the UK.
I'll have to check on that too, guys. I'm not really sure about that yet either. Okay. So I've got my bow on there, and you know, as you work, you can decide whether you want to trim something or where you want to put your tails. Okay? Now, what we're going to do from here is we're going to add our ribbon in here to really help fill this out and continue, okay? Okay, so before I do anything else, I'm going to have Dina kind of scan in and show you what we've got so far, guys, just in case any of you have any questions. Okay, so I still have my leftover ribbon on the spools over here, and that's what I'm going to put on the wreath to match the ribbon. You can actually use a spool. You know, it's for the pro bow, doing the bow, but it comes in handy for a lot of different things. I've used this a lot as well. So, I'm not measuring again. I'm just going to kind of eyeball. Y'all don't freak. Just take a deep breath. We're going to all be okay. Look at some O2 in here. And I'm going to cut these probably about right there. So that's about 8 inches or a foot? A foot long. Maybe a little short it just a little bit. So we'll do 8 inches, just like that. Okay? What you can do is you can bunch your ribbon in the middle, just like this. So we have 3 different options of ribbon and 3 textures. We've got the pattern in the smaller size, the pattern in the larger size, and then we have the yellow sheer in the middle, and it's solid, so it kind of breaks everything up.
So do you leave the twist ties showing, or do you hide them?
You won't be able to really see them once we get everything on here, I don't believe. Okay, so we're just going to do that, guys, and you can see all of the ribbon selections that match our bow. We're going to continue going around the wreath just like that. And again, I did my pieces about 8 inches.
There's a green loop that needs to be fluffed.
Oh, are they noticing that?
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's noticing. Okay, and we'll go back and do all that for sure, guys. And I'm just going to angle these. You can definitely go back and dovetail them. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to continue adding in all of my selections of ribbon on the wreath.
Do you know if you have a 10-inch yellow poly mesh?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check on the website. And actually, in just a minute, guys, I'll have Dina show you the screen on the computer, and I'll show you how to locate the mesh and the materials on our website. And that way, you guys have an easier time doing it. And also pin the website so it's easy for you to locate, ellishomeandgarden.com. We have great ribbon selections, really inexpensive. Like I said, I try to select items that fit anyone's budget and that don't break the bank.
Did you do ruffles with the mesh?
Did I? You'll have to tell me. Did I do ruffles? I don't know the correct terms.
I think you did bow ties.
Yeah, I was calling them bow ties, but Jackie told me they were called
I think she said they were ruffles.
Ruffles, okay. Ooh, I love a ruffle. I'm starving now. Anyway, that's my favorite snack is regular ruffles and ranch dip. And make sure you go back and you get in there, really get in there, guys, every tie, because you don't want to leave a space empty. Where's that thing? Well, oh, there it is.
Everybody's saying yes, you did ruffles.
Oh, I did ruffles. I did ruffles, guys. Well, I don't think it's looking so bad. I was really anxious, guys, about doing this because, like I said, I've never really been one to do the mesh. It's not been my thing, but it seems like we're doing okay so far.
Regina says, y'all, Dylan's first bows were perfect. 3-ribbon terry bow, first attempt, perfection.
Oh, thank you, Regina. Yeah, guys, again, like I said, if you've never used the Pro Bow, the product is for you because you can definitely create a beautiful bow. All the loops are in length on the same size, and you're not having to eyeball it like I'm eyeballing this. You know, actually, the Pro Bow will be perfect. And you can walk away while you're doing it.
No, Dylan is not single.
No, guys, I'm taking, honey, 3 years. Feels like 30. And since I eyeballed it, and I know y'all are probably freaking, we can go back and we can just trim the edges to get them all the same length if we need to. And if you measured, of course, you probably wouldn't have to do that, but I'm not.
I was told to tell you it's easier to lay it down to put them on.
I know, I do that usually, guys, when I'm like at my desk or something, but for you guys to see it better, I'm gonna just leave it on the board here.
Under what do you find the Pro Bow?
You go to shop by department, floral miscellaneous. I'll actually show you right here. Look at me, froze with that. It looks like a ghost, that pink mesh. So you go to ellishomeandgarden.com. This is the, oh, look at that. This is the front of our website, guys. You go up here to shop by department, and all of our products are located right here. So for the bow maker, you go to floral miscellaneous, and the bow maker is right here for purchase. Now all of the mesh, you go back to the same shop by department, ribbon and mesh, and it gives you options here. Mesh, 10 inch, 10 inch, 10 inch, 21 inch, satin ribbon, seasonal ribbon, work forms. You go up here to floral. There's also different categories. Floral stems, grapevine, wreaths, greenery bushes. Everything that we use in the video is on there for you to purchase. Okay?
Oh, thanks, Susan. I'm glad to be back.
Is that Susan Wiseman watching?
Susan, I'm going to mispronounce her last name. Raby?
Okay. Hey, hey Susan, how are you? Jackie, how am I doing, girl? Be honest. You ain't gonna hurt my feelings. Okay. And again, I'm using the spoil that comes with the Pro Bow as my actually ribbon holder. It worked out great.
Kathy says the products you are showing... Products are not showing that you are using.
Oh, I know the mesh is on there for sure, and Rebecca told me that the ribbon is on there. In just a few seconds, I'll get back on there and see what I can find. Okay, so we've kind of got one side done. This is looking really good. I'm excited. So I'm going to have Dina, I was getting nervous. I'm going to have Dina scan up on the side that we've done up close so you can guys see the materials that we put in there. And again, any questions or comments that you have, leave those down below because we're here to answer those. I might make something up, but I'm going to get corrected, so that's fine because that's what I love, is that everyone, hi Diana, everyone is here to have fun, and that's what we're trying to do on these videos, guys, is just have a good time and really give you the guidance that you need in the confidence, you know, to do your own wreath, because everyone can do this. This is something I wasn't that confident about, to be honest, and it's actually doing okay, so, you know, I might be doing another one. You never know.
Jackie says it's looking good, looking good.
So, Jackie, you're not freaking as much as you thought you would, except for the measurements. I'm going to have to get one of them rotary boards.
Teeny says, I think you're winning this challenge.
No, Jackie did a beautiful wreath, guys. You'll have to check hers out from Jackie's Wreath. She did a grapevine wreath. And Jackie, can you post it in the comment section right here? I saw someone do that one time. Like, where your comment and go in there and copy and paste the picture of your wreath so everybody can see, because it turned out really good. And I'm not just saying that, guys. I'm a very honest person. I'd be like, honey, that's ugly. But if it wasn't. But it was super pretty. She did a fabulous job. And, you know,
I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Could you add a sign to this?
Yes, you definitely can. I'm not going to add a sign to this one because I like the center and the wreath being seen and visible, but you can definitely add a plaque or a sign to really personalize this, or an initial. A lot of times people come in here, they spray paint those wooden letters or wooden initials, and it puts it on there as well.
Jillian says you have dovetails that are slanted.
Slanted? Girl, my eyes are slanted. Can't see. I'll have to check them out in just a minute.
Oh, you have some dovetails and some that are slanted.
Oh, I know. I dovetailed the bow, but I just angled the rest of this over here.
Jackie says after the live she will.
Okay. She'll go back and post a picture so you guys can check out her wreath because she really did great. I knew I was missing one down there. And I've only...
says you're getting longer and longer with those.
Who did?
Dennis.
Oh, Dennis, I'm sorry. I know I can't see. I've actually, these were 10-yard rolls except for the green one. It was a 5-yard roll. And as you can see, I've really gotten a lot of use out of this ribbon, so I wasn't going to use as much as I thought I was. Yeah, I am kind of getting longer. That's why I'm going back and trimming. When you step away from your project, everyone, you can really kind of get a better look. I'm up here on it, so Dina's probably standing back there going, oh, God. But she would tell me.
Kim is asking, could you use plain ribbon for this?
You don't have to use pattern. You can definitely use solids if that's something that's going to go better with the project that you're doing. I would say absolutely.
Oh, it's Connie. She's on his.
Do what?
It said this is really Connie instead of.
Oh,
Dennis.
okay. Hi, Connie. Whoever created and designed, I think Scott did these. Scott admired these mesh forms. You know he rich, okay? Because who knew you could just take a wire form? When we first got these in years ago, I was like, oh my God, somebody bought a cheap Christmas wreath and they forgot to put the greenery in there. But you know, this work form comes in handy, and it really is a great foundation for the mesh wreath. It's perfect.
It has to be wire ribbon.
Yes, if you don't use wire, guys, it's going to be limp and flat like a spaghetti noodle, and you don't want that hanging off your wreath, and you can't shape a bow good without wired ribbon. You have to use it. I don't even know why they make unwired. I guess you could use it for like hair bows or something. And Morticia's with this guy. She's right here if Dina wants to show her. Hey, girl. She had a good weekend.
I got 2 people asking how you're attaching those ribbon. This ribbon.
Come up here close. Let's see. So, guys, I actually used the existing ties, and I just put the ribbon inside the tie and twisted it off just like a piece of bread, and then I'm pulling them apart so you can see all the different textures and colors of ribbon. And I've almost completed the whole thing. I'm getting near the top here.
Looks like she had a busy weekend.
She did. She has been doing the most. I left her unattended, so there's no telling what kind of crap she got into. But let's hope it's not anything bad.
Jackie says if you don't use wired ribbon, it will wilt like you when you see a snake.
Yes, it will. Or that fish that crawled up my mom.
Did you get moved into your place?
No, I'm not moving until November, but actually me and Josh found a place right down the street from my mom. So it'd be perfect. But it's super cute. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath townhouse, hardwood floors. It's 2-story. So November is when we're going to be moving because that's when his lease is up. So he has a few more months away from me when he can breathe. Because, honey, we'll both be in therapy, I'm sure. But you just have to learn to compromise. That's what I've heard about when you move in with people is that you got to learn to pick and choose your battles. You've got to learn to compromise. And I have a big freaking mouth, and I will say whatever comes to my mind. So I've got to learn to just keep my mouth shut and take a deep breath and not say everything that's right here because that will get you into trouble. I'm speaking from experience, okay? You don't want to do that. Am I missing a tie here? I feel like I am. Maybe not. This might be the last one. One last one.
Will we ever get to meet Josh?
Josh probably will never be on here.
Kind of like me?
He's kind of like Dina. He probably would if he was up here. But Jackie will get to meet him. Jackie's coming down here next week. And I'll let her meet him and she can tell you all about him. He's crazy, just like me. He knows if we go to a restaurant and they screw up my order, he knows to just keep his mouth shut and I will handle it.
Kathy, Dylan says that this has been here forever. Your table.
Oh yeah, that's been here for years. It was here when I got here 8 years ago. I think it came from when they first opened. Okay guys, well I'm done. Again, you can definitely add anything you want, whether it be a plaque, whether it be a sign, whether it be little pics or sprays seasonal wise as far as 4th of July or Christmas or fall. But I just wanted to really accent and show you how you can use different ribbons to create this wreath. So this is where I'm going to stop, and this is what I'm happy with. And again, everyone does theirs a little bit differently, and it all turns out good. So I'm gonna have Dina scan up and show you what we've got so far. And if you'll do me a favor, guys, and share this video, what that does is it invites people to our page. It invites new friends and our family here we have at Ellis. And so again, I'm just gonna give you a little recap. And I know you're probably tired of me reiterating the same thing. What are they saying? Something bad?
No.
Okay. Josh, he works at drug and alcohol testing. He is an accountant there. He does payables, receivables, all the paperwork and QuickBooks, all that stuff. Computer work. I could barely get Google to open, so I'm glad that he is doing that.
We are in Longview, Texas.
Dennis, or what was Connie? I agree. You know, you could put a flip-flop sign on this. It's very festive and fun for the summer and spring months, so that would be awesome as well. So just a little recap, and then I'm not going to tell you again because I know you're probably saying I already heard this 14 times. I put a mesh work form. I used a green work form, okay? Then I added a solid green mesh as my base, 21 inch, $4, available on our website. Then I used the 10 inch pink, hot pink mesh, available online, $3.33. No, I don't work at QVC. And then I added a bow, guys. I used the Pro Bow the hand. Again, this is super, super great, guys. It makes beautiful bows. I use that to tie my bow here. And then I went around and I cut tails about 8 to 9 to 10 inches. And I continued those around the wreath. You can definitely, like I said, add more products. You could add deco tubing. You could add flex tubing. You could add more ribbons, more signs. But this is where I'm happy with, and this is where I'm going to stop today as well. So Jackie, I thank you for the challenge. I think I did okay, and you did awesome. So after we get done, Jackie, post your wreath so they can see because it's awesome. And guys, send in your pictures on our messenger because we love to see your work and what you take from the guidance on the videos and the tips and the tricks that we show you each week. We love to see all of that.
Tina sent in 5 waves.
Okay, girl. Okay, I love you, Regina. Let's see. Is the mesh the basic kind? Linda, it is. It's just 21 inch mesh. And here, I'm going to show you again how to locate all this stuff. Okay, let's go to the home page. This is our website. Okay, you go up here to the left-hand side, shop by department, and you can locate everything you want that way. So there's floral options, okay? Floral miscellaneous is where the Pro Bow is. You can go to ribbon and mesh, and there's all kinds of options. So here's mesh, 10 inch Christmas, 10 inch everyday, 10 inch fall, 21 inch everyday. Satin ribbon, seasonal ribbon, work forms. There's work forms on there. Look at all the satin ribbon we have. Lots of shears, some satins on there as well. These are 10-yard rolls. Look at the prices, guys. $2.39, $1.79, $3.59. You really can't beat these prices. And again, it's really great products. And I always want to select stuff that's really going to be best for you. And again, if I'm not going to purchase it personally, I'm not going to have it as a selection for you online because I want you to know, even though you can't see it, feel it, and touch it, it's still going to be good. That's what I hope every time I go through a drive-thru. I can't see it, but let's hope it's good. Okay?
Jackie says, wait, this was your challenge to us.
Do what?
Jackie says, wait, this was your challenge to us.
What do you mean?
I'm just reading what she says. Wait, this was your challenge to us.
Damon, LaDonna is at home. You know, she's not doing too well. I told y'all she's been in rehab. And so we have Morticia here. She's right here. We can show her again. She's had a rough weekend. Look at that lipstick. Anyway, Regina put that on her when she was here. Yes, Lacey, all the ribbon that I use is wired because it really helps keep it shape. You really can't do anything with flat ribbon. It just looks like spaghetti noodles, just limp and floating around. You don't want that, okay? Hi, Sharon. It's her first time here. Well, welcome, girl. I hope you're having a great morning. And welcome to our family here at Ellis. And, guys, hi, Kim. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Again, I accepted my challenge from Jackie, and we did the mesh wreath today. So any questions or comments that you have, you can still leave them down below. I will answer them to the best of my ability. If I don't know them, I'll make it up. Or I'll find someone who knows, and I will get you an answer. Also, you know, don't think we forgot you. Yesterday's video, we did a greenhouse tour, and a lot of you had questions that weren't answered on the live video. And as soon as I get a chance to get with Mark, we'll go back and we will respond to each and every question that you asked, so that way you have all of the information you need as far as your planting and your gardening goes and everything like that. So one more time, guys, our website, ellishomeandgarden.com. It's pinned down below. We've got all the products used on the website for you to purchase.
What size was the work form?
Let's see. It's easy for me to look on here. Shop by department, ribbon mesh, work forms. They're 15-inch bases work form, $5 each. So here they are, guys, here. Again, I heard there was a shortage out there. We do have the work forms available for purchase. Great prices on not only those, but the ribbon and all kinds of stuff. All right, well, I hope everyone has a great rest of their day. I've got a few customs I'm going to catch up on, and we will see you next time for another great video. Okay, bye, guys. Have a good day.
Bye.